Imagine the world is an operating system. Most people use the default settings. They accept incoming data as it is, react to emotional pop-ups, and live within a noisy, chaotic interface. But some see the code. They know that beneath the surface, there are hidden protocols. And they've found a way to hack the system, to make it work for them. This isn't about being smarter. It's about having a different kind of access to reality. Today, we're going to talk about 5 principles that act as a hacker's toolkit for your brain. These aren't just habits. They're commands that rewrite your internal operating system. And once you master them, you'll start to see how the world really works. Let's look behind the curtain. Command number 1, the empathy hack. The standard user protocol in conflict is defense and attack. My idea is right, yours is wrong. It's a closed loop that leads only to destruction. But the hacker's toolkit offers a different approach. The empathy hack isn't about showing sympathy. It's a strategic tool to breach another person's defenses. Imagine you're in a negotiation with a tough opponent who isn't willing to compromise. Instead of arguing, you activate the empathy hack. You ask, what's the biggest risk for you in this proposal? What's really worrying you? You're not looking for a win. You're looking for a vulnerability in their system. And when a person starts talking about their fears, their hidden concerns, their defensive wall crumbles. You gain access to their true motivations. You stop being an enemy and become someone who can help solve their problem. This isn't about being kind. It's about being effective. It's about gaining access to the most valuable resource in any situation: information. Command number 2, the system map. Most people perceive failure as a personal insult. A failed project, a breakup, a lost client. To them, it's the end of the world. They only see the surface and get stuck in a cycle of blame and regret. But the hacker's toolkit offers a system map. Imagine your startup fails. Instead of screaming, "I'm a failure," and blaming everyone, you activate the system map. You don't see a failure. You see broken code. You start debugging. How exactly did we get to this point? What variable in our behavioral model was wrong? Which line of code needs to be rewritten? You see that failure isn't a full stop, but simply an error message. Every failure is just data that shows there's a bug in your system that needs to be fixed. This command allows you to learn from mistakes 10 times faster because you don't waste time on emotions, you go straight to analysis. It's a way of seeing the world as a set of interconnected processes, not as a series of random events. And when you have the map, you can change the route. Command number 3, the control filter protocol. For most people, stress is constant background noise. They worry about what others think, about the news, about traffic, about politics. Their energy leaks out like from a punctured pipe because they're trying to control the uncontrollable. But the hacker's toolkit offers a protocol that acts as a powerful firewall for your psyche. The name of this protocol is control filter. You encounter a problem, and your brain automatically asks one question: can I control this? If the answer is yes, you take action. If the answer is no, you simply block that information. It has no access to your system. Imagine you're driving and get a flat tire. A normal person would panic, blame themselves and their luck. But you activate the control filter protocol. You ask, can I control the fact that I got a flat tire? No. Can I control how I react to this? Yes. And you calmly get to work. You don't waste a single second of energy on useless emotions. You just do what needs to be done. This command doesn't just reduce stress. It makes you unshakable because your focus remains on what matters. And while others are burning out from within, your processor is running at full capacity. Command number 4, the acoustic weapon. Most people are afraid of silence. To them, it's a void that needs to be filled with any kind of noise. But hackers know that silence is not the absence of sound. It's a powerful weapon. It gives you control over the situation. Imagine you're in an important job interview. The interviewer asks you a question and falls silent, waiting for an answer. A normal person would immediately start talking, nervously filling the pause. But you activate the acoustic weapon. You pause. You let the silence do the work. You look at the interviewer. They start to feel awkward. They begin to speak to fill the vacuum and will likely reveal more information than they intended. Or even better, they'll start to clarify their question, revealing their true motives. Silence is a tool that forces others to reveal themselves. While they're trying to fill the space, you're listening, you're observing. It's not just a tactic, it's a way to hack communication by gaining access to hidden information. Because the person who talks the least often holds the most power. Command number 5. The pause command. Most people live in instant reaction mode. Their brain operates on a stimulus-response principle. They're insulted and they immediately respond. They're challenged and they immediately accept it. But hackers know that the key to control is the microscopic pause between the stimulus and the reaction. Imagine someone makes a rude comment to you in public. A normal person would immediately respond, and that response would likely be driven by emotion, and they would regret it. But you pause. You activate the pause command. You don't react. You observe. You take a breath, and in that tiny moment, you gain clarity. You see what's really happening. You understand that this isn't a personal attack, but likely a manifestation of that person's own insecurity, and you can choose your response. The pause command gives you control. It's the moment you seize the initiative and transform from a victim of the situation to its architect. Reacting is easy. It's just instinct. But observing is power. And that power allows you to not be ruled by your emotions. It's like having the ability to see events in slow motion while everyone else is living in real time. So, we've explored the 5 commands of the hacker's toolkit. Most people will never know they exist. They will live by the default protocols, losing control, energy, and opportunities. But if you start applying these commands, you won't just change. You will begin to see the world differently. You will see not noise, but code, not chaos, but a system. You don't need to be the smartest to possess this power. You just need to have the courage to stop following the script and start writing your own. Because while the world is chasing noise, you are here to build a quiet power. If this resonated with you, don't just scroll away. Like this video if it awakened the hacker inside you. Comment, "I see the code," and subscribe to join the community that doesn't just live in the system, but hacks it. This is just the beginning.